Hi, it's David here with Futures Trading. I want to go ahead and do a live trade for you now. They have a downtrend here, right? So they have a downtrend. That's one. This is two. There's three, four, five. I'm sorry about that. Six, and there's seven. All right, so there's seven. They can typically let me get this one here. They can typically go the distance of the trend. All right, so now what we would do. All right, so now what we would do, we would measure that distance. All right, so we would go here downward, okay, to our trend. So our trend, let's say it ended right about at that low. So right about at that low. Now, if you look at it like this, and I suggest you do it, okay, you can take out this, okay, just don't come back and take out this, right? Don't take out that. Now, both trends can't remain on the board, clearly. All right. Now, you don't want them to come way up here. You don't. So, what you have to do is you have to count what they're doing now. So, one, two, three, four. This will be five. Okay. All in real time, live account. There you go. All right. So, now let's see what happens. Okay. You want to always trade the direction of the trend. Very important that you do that. Really, really important that you do that. All right. So, both trends can't stay on the board. All right. Now you don't go down until you have a trend. Now they had one here. One, two, three, four, five. Actually, it was just six. I'm seven, seven. So they knocked it out. All right, not a problem. Well, if we're going to go down, I doubt you'll keep doing it. But let's see. Let's see. And don't worry, if they make a trend up, we'll go up. It's just that simple. And all you do is just trade the information that I've been disclosing to you. Now, you see the green bar. All right. Well, that just means the last bar's mid isn't touching the high of that green bar. That's all it is. All right. Now, until that changes, there's a downtrend. Right. So until that changes, there is still in a downtrend. All right. But that's all that is. Remember, I told you if it's this kind of scenario, if they're going to go up, it's this. First thing you want to do is get the trend. That's the first thing. All right. So you don't want that mid touching that high. If they're going to go down, you don't want the mid touching that low. Okay, that's all it is. All right, so we got five. This will be six, and we would need one more to be seven. All right, so at some point, really soon here, we may see the sellers come back into it. Now, I do suspect that they'll test this bar, but let's see if the sellers will come back. All right, let's see if they'll come back. All right, let's see if they'll come back. Now they're going up a bit higher, so we're going to do this. We're going to push this up a bit, just right in this area. Because remember, if they close higher, you exit because it's a trend. You know, that's all it is. It's making a trend back in this direction. And so instead of absorbing more of a loss, you just take the loss that you'll have and then wait to see what happens. That's all. It's really simple. You'll get the money back because if they're going to go this way, you just measure it. That's all you do. We've got 20 something seconds here. Okay. And then you measure it this way. Same thing. Just flip it upside down. That's all you got to do. Turn it on its head and go the other way. That's it. Okay. So if they're going to go to trend distance, that'll put them through the high. Okay. If they're going up. And if not, yeah, there's a chance you get ready to see the sellers try to take it back down. All the information I've been providing on the channel. All right. If you're not viewing this information on YouTube, you can come over here. Um, I talk about the universal trend. It works on all markets. All right. So I just did some stocks and forex. I showed you what that's doing. All right, based on the same information. It doesn't matter. You know, here are code indicators for my platform. That's all. Based on price action. Simple stuff. Let me open this up a bit. We get another higher close. Yes, it can go up. I take the loss. It's fine. I know it was going up some more. I can tell you right now, I knew it was going up some more. I did from here, but that's not what I'm concerned about. I'm more so concerned about it going down. The up is not the problem. It's whether or not it'll go back down. And so, drawdown. It's again, it's all in how you enter. I could take interest that's tight, but the purpose of me showing you this information, it doesn't. The stop is not the issue per se. Now, if you have to, of course, tighten up on your money management and all that, yes, that can be something that you need to do. But that's not really the problem if it's going to go down. And mostly anybody that trades for a living knows that. All right, that it's not so much whether or not you lose the money, it's whether or not it would actually go that way. And that's what you're really concerned with, because whether or not I have a tight stop or a wide stop, if it gets in front of me and I'm winning, that's all that matters. All right. So a lot of times they'll trigger you out, they'll trigger you out, they'll trigger you out and then turn around and go. Okay. And so you got to know what the trend is. All right. So if you're not in down here, let's say you want to fade it as it comes up. That's better. That's even better for you. Or average in more contracts. That's better because they shouldn't take out your trend. Now, in the likelihood they get a bar that's higher than this one, I cut the trade, take the loss, and I'm okay with that. And I'll go back and get my money, and I'll do it right here in front of you. And it's very simple. It's not hard. That's the whole point of me doing it the way I'm doing it right now. Is to show you that it's not hard. You just got to accept if it turns into a loser. Are you okay with that kind of loss? That's all. Are you okay with that? That's all we're doing. Live account, there it is, right there. All right, it's not no practice account. I'm not doing prop accounts today. All right, I'm gonna do this one for you. I'm not doing PA accounts either. Let's see if the sellers want to force this back down. Because if the market want to go down, and I'll say this, if it want to go down, this may get wiped out. Okay, that may get wiped out, and that's all. It's just like the up they did here. It got wiped out. That's all. It can get wiped out. It's just about again when they want to go that way. Just when. That's the thing that's down at the bottom. The thing that I keep talking about, the invaluable, the thing that they'll protect at all costs. This has value over here. These prices, they have value. But one thing that they're gonna, I promise you, they're gonna put all that they can into making sure you can't get that timing right. All right. So that's the hard part. All right. So it's the timing that's the problem. All right. So if we get one more higher, we gotta go. All right. So if we get one higher, we cut the trade and we assume the responsibility of the loss and just say, okay, well, that's not what you're gonna do right now. It's just that simple. The clock is up here. If you want to know what time it is, I'm trying not to hold you long. Clock up here, bar timer down here, and of course the value of the bar. Seller's not winning yet. Coming on board, but just not there. Let's see if they'll trap these buyers. Any moment now. Let's see. I want to see if they'll close higher. I'm ready for the long if that's what they want to do. Let's see. Got some decisions to make right here. No, no, they didn't do it yet. Didn't do it yet. Okay, running stops. Let's see what else we got. Just need to close higher. That's all. 30 seconds left. If it keep increasing in size, I know there's a good chance they may close higher, so it won't be no need to hold it all the way to the last 2 seconds. Okay, they're not going to make it back in time enough. All right, so that's fine. So we take that loss. That's all it is. We take the loss. All right, so clearly they're going to do the distance of the uptrend. So now this is what you're to expect. This right here. All right. Now, can the uptrend fail? Yes, it can. It absolutely can. That's why we're going to enter this just a tad bit differently. All right. So you can expect the uptrend. All right. So now let's do the up. Let's do the up. Let's see if it'll come down just a bit. We're going to try to go into this and again go right back and get what we just lost. Let's see if it'll test back down. We'll give it about another candle. We'll give it one more candle. I believe it'll rotate back in here. It can't be both. No, I'm not going to take that. Give it a second. We'll give it just one more second here. See if it'll lean back. I'm pretty confident they may pause before they get to that target. So let's wait. Let's wait. We're going to try to get it all in one shot. We got our no close bar here. Okay, now that came into play down here. All right. That came into play. No close beneath that low. No close beneath this low. Let's see if they'll lean back. Let's see if they'll lean back. Usually you'll get the one up, one back down. Here we go. Let's see if they'll lean back. Let's see. They're acting as if they don't want to do it. If I know they're cute, like I know they normally do, they will come back. So I'm just giving it a moment. Let's see if they'll lean back here. Okay, yeah, I get that. I get that. Okay, they want to do this. All right, so that's a run on. Okay, I get you. I get you. I get you. I get you. They may be up here willing to fade this high, so give it one more second. Yeah, here it comes back. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Thought I could get it on the last setup there, but they want to do it on this one. Absolutely fine. Yeah, come on back. There we go. Come on back. Come on back. Come on back. Come on back. Well, they may hold this uptrend. I mean, this downtrend and actually take out this uptrend. So let's give it a second. Let's give it a second. Let's give it just 1 second. Can't be both. Remember, we can't have both on the board. So one of them have to go. Let's see if they rotate back up. Now let's take out the uptrend if that's what they want to do. If that's what they want to do. If they close back above this bar, then again, we're going to have to exit. Can't be both. Can't be both. We just need them to take out this uptrend and then it should begin to break down. All right, so let's move this out the way so we can see our low. Just want to see them knock this out. Can't be both. And then definitely once they get past here, that would help a great deal too. That's why it pays to just be a little bit patient, just a little bit. because it can't be both. Now, because I follow rules, once you make a trend, I get out the way because that's a trend. I don't trade against trends. I do know that this is one too, and so it can't be both. But I'm not going to run against what I think could happen. So if this going to be a trend up, they could make the trend distance, and that put them right outside of the back of that pivot. Why leave my stop up there? All right. And respectfully so, they could try to hold this bottom. I don't suspect that that's the case because this is a very big shock to anyone that was in that long trying to get long. Because again, it's all about who can get trapped. That's all it is. Now, after they take out these lows here, I'm gonna book some of the profits, and then I'll get back in again, and we'll go back and get what we lost. Really simple stuff. Okay, take a couple different entries. I got some of it. Let's see, can we get the rest? We'll get about half of it at least. Down five, we'll see, can we get at least 250? Maybe we able to get all of it in one shot. Remember what I told you about them breaking pivots? It's 1, 2. You need 1, 2, back to back, even with per candle. It's 1, 2 consecutively outside the candles to see if they'll run on. That's important. Okay, really, really important that they do that back to back. Let's see if it wants to keep right on under this low. Might be able to get it all in one shot, maybe. All right, so that's most of it. All right, that's most of it. All right, so let's because I had like five, I did like five, and now we gotta get that back. So now let's get a idea as to what's going on over here to the left. So we got a no close here. They might rotate back up off of that, and yeah they struggle with that, and clearly they got this one here. All right, so let's see if any one of these no close levels. You had this one here. You had a no close here. You had a lot of them just on that price level. All right, several of them here. And then, of course, you got this one here. So let's see if they can rotate back up and kind of give us that same action from this side. All right. Let's see if we can get that same kind of action from here. And both of these are no closes. So if they can rotate up, that would help a great deal. I don't suspect, now this is all it is. I don't suspect that they should get up here. I don't suspect that they should get up there at all. I hope that they don't just run on. I hope that that's not the case. I really, really hope because they tried that run on effect up there, but I don't do those. I don't do those. I try to give it a moment because that's the behavior of this NQ. It would try to run on, and then all of a sudden, once you go and pile into it, it's coming back to get you, and that's the problem right there when it goes to turn around to come back and get you. And so let's see if it'll rotate up at the bare minimum. Come back into here, just back into here. Then we'll take the short and ride it down through the bottom. Let's see. Let's see if we can get that rotation back up. Now remember, if the mid, and that's another thing too, if the mid is not touching the low, it can go some more. If the mid isn't touching the high, it can go some more. All right. So it won't shock me if it runs some more. It wouldn't shock me, but I think we're not there right now because the mid is overlapping the prior bar. So it's slowing down. When it start doing that, the bar turn red, hard stop, bar turn red, hard stop, no closer pop up. So let's see if we can get the rotation back up because again, they were struggling with these no closes and all of them pretty much sitting on the same price level down here, and even this one here. So let's see if they'll at least rotate back up. Let's see if they can do that, and then we'll take another short back down. Let's see. I suspect they'll do it. I'll be surprised if they didn't. Let's see how they act right here. I might have to go ahead and jump it and just come in on a tight stop because I still think that rotation is there. I do. There you go. It's trying to do it. If it come back above that buy, we gonna cut it and take the ride from above. We're not gonna sit in this one. We're gonna try to grab as much as possible. So if it try to rotate back above the buy, we're gonna get out and we're gonna ride it from above and just ride it down some more. Okay, they're just going for it. That's fine. Hopefully they can close beneath that level. If not, it's still the same thing. We're not doing that. Okay. If it come back up above the buy, we're gonna cut it and ride it from above. That's all we're gonna do. Get right out and come right back. Hopefully we can get a big candle out of this right here. Kind of catch them last buyers that's still buying this level because they see all of that hesitation that they did before prior to the up. All of this, hopefully we can catch them last buyers with a big push. And we'll just go straight through the bottom if they can keep this up. We'll just hold it right through the bottom. Okay, there's the NC because the mid isn't touching the low of the prior candle. That's all it is. Mid isn't touching the low, so you get the hard stop, and there's the no close level. So my entry is the no close. That would be the hard stop. I still think that if they wanted to be difficult about this, they can rotate back past here. So what I'm gonna do is bring the stop right down on top of that. And I want to see, and that's just me, can I get the entry from here? If they try to be difficult and hand you something like this, something just for just absolutely no reason at all. They've been known to do that. Pull up on the back, just like here, pull up on the back of something and then turn around and go the other way. The only reason not to hold the other trade because we took that loss here, so it's best to lock in something, and then of course take another re-entry. It's like be responsible enough, because again, I'm not trading any size. I'm not even going to move size. I'm not building nothing. I'm just showing you one contract, kind of like that video I did this morning. I did it with the micro for you. So beginner trader starting out, don't use size. Just start with something small. Get your like 200 ticks with something small. Grow your account with something small. Use one contract. Start out right there. I done done the videos where I'm piling in contracts and stuff for you. And let me show you this one. Let me show it to you this way too. Just one contract. Take a loss. Go back and get it one contract. Because see, another thing that'll go wrong too, if you're using leverage, and let's say you don't have enough in your account and they tap you. Now you don't have what you had before to go back and get what it is that you lost. And so then that becomes a problem where you're essentially downsizing your capabilities of being able to go and pursue what it is that you had before. You don't want to do that. So what you want to do is remember the money management of it all too. So now let's see if we want to come back, because again I told you they can do that. They can come near the back of the turd, rotate back up, ridiculous, in a ridiculous manner, and shake some people out and then take off again. That's what the NQ does. NQ does a lot of that. Absolutely a lot of it. My first concept was short. You saw me put on the short, but they made a trend. So I even myself lose against what it is that I trade. All right. So I see a trend, I'm gone. And no sooner you set a trend, because I know the power of it. No sooner you set a trend, I'm gone. If I'm in the way of it, now I know I had a trend up here, but I trade trend. I trade what I teach you to trade. Hey, if you see a trend, don't stand in their way. Get out of their way, because they'll run you over. I promise you they will. Just like they ran these buyers over. That's why I wasn't, eager in getting into that long up to that target. Come back. Lean back a little bit, because I wasn't in it here, because I was in the short. And so when they took out, the sellers here, I wasn't able to buy it here because I had to trade the short. I had to trade my trend down. Once you gave me the trend up, I typically don't take them run-ons. Typically I don't do that. Just depends on how it's structured. Here, I definitely ain't gonna do it because we still have this in place. All right. So not doing that. I'm not doing that. I don't typically do the run-ons. I really don't like them as much. I like a reference. Pull back. I have no problem getting in it if you pull back, and I'll still go for that trend distance. All right. So there we have it. There's the break of the low. All right, just a teeny bit more than what we had before. I had like 500, so now we at 380. Just a few more dollars there. Now there's the break of the low. Took out the trend. Sure, could stay in it, but again, it's what I told you. You got to be responsible, because they can very much do the one down, one back up, and maybe even hit this kind of climb on me, and then eat up those gains. I'm not going to do that. All right, so I hope this has been informative. Again, I want to give you something else to watch in the live trading section here. So live trades. All right. So here's something else that you can watch. Hopefully learn from. But that is that price action setup. Yes, it is that. There's the no close as the hard stop. Again, by me getting in it and taking that loss right off, I'm not going to push my luck, because I would have preferred to be, up here shorting down through here to get the money versus being at these lows, trying to, hold the trade. That I ain't got nothing to prove. I just want to show you, when it comes to the money, I don't have to prove to you how much money I get. Again, my finances is private, but I do want to, highlight the content, the things that I'm suggesting that you pay attention to when you're trading. And that is what I want to prove to you, that this stuff works. But as far as how much money I can make and all that, I'm not big on that. That's why I did the video with the micro, because I can I can do some stuff. I can, but that's not impressive. Impressing someone that doesn't know much about trading is to show them that the information actually works. All right, so don't want to do the big pocket, little pocket stuff online. That's foolishness. All right, so I wish you all the best with your trading. If you find the video informative and you like what's going on with the channel, please take the time to subscribe. I get a lot of support on TikTok. Here on YouTube, I would like to see you guys really do just a little bit more. Do just a little bit more. Share the link. Help grow the community. I appreciate my followers. I know you guys are taking a look at everything, and I appreciate you doing so. But definitely share the link. Try to get some other people involved. I'm trying to again make this free information available to all of you guys, so your trading can be simple and that you get what you need out of it. All right. So again, I thank you for your time. Take care.